All right. Hello, everybody. What's up? What's going on tonight, everybody? All right. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Just for. All right. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Just for some of you newcomers there, we do these lives to help out with radio antenna questions, general chat. Sometimes we get on a little rabbit hole, have some fun. Hey, what's going on tonight?
Oh, not too much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm Roy. I'm CJ's friend.
I can hear the music in the background.
Really? That's weird.
Yep.
Oh.
There you go. You said your name was Roy?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you before.
Hey,
Oh,
Roy.
okay.
Come in.
Oh, goodness gracious. I was just talking to you, Chris.
Yes, I know you are. So Jay Roy is another pilot car that's a really good friend of mine. We BS a lot. So I invited him to come to start coming into our lives and everything. So here he is.
All right, right on. So, how you doing tonight, Roy?
Oh, trying to get home, I guess. See how CJ talked me into it.
So, where you at right now?
I am in Girard, Ohio.
Oh, wow. Where's home at?
Clintondale, New York. It's halfway between Albany and New York City.
Yeah. My dad was born in Ilion, New York.
My headset just cut off. That's interesting.
So Roy, like I was telling you a while back,
The next right onto Salt Springs Road, Salt Springs Youngstown Road.
Oh, you're welcome, Jose.
And he does all of my TV work for me and all my radio. So if something goes south, I call him if I can't fix it.
1,000 feet, turn right onto the I-80 East, Ohio 11 North ramp to...
All right, folks. So thanks for everyone joining. Make sure you like and share the live with all your friends. That helps with the algorithm. We got a gold tonight up there. We got some roses. And guys, if you hit that gold star and subscribe to the page, I'm going to start doing videos just for the subscribers. So I think the first one I'm going to do is with the antenna analyzer, what we're looking for, and what it does to the antenna, how to get the max performance out of it. How is that audio there, CJ? Is that too much echo?
No, I don't even hear the echo.
That's weird. How about now?
There's a little echo on that one, yeah.
A little bit? Is it too much?
No, sounds excellent. All right, Jose, got the #1 gifter badge.
All right. Is that too much echo?
Uh-uh.
Jose, thanks, man. Okay, as long as that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'm sitting here working on getting another TikTok video brought up on my page.
Rob asked if I would do a video on a 655 and how to adjust it. Yeah, I got plenty of videos on those. If you scroll through my videos, you'll see them. But is there anything in particular you're concerned about? All right, guys, don't forget to share this live and like it, please. That helps with the algorithms. All right, we're up to 269 likes already. That's not bad.
No.
Okay, well, there's a few things that you don't understand. Like what? Let me know.
In here on the lives, there is no stupid questions because somebody may have the same question that they're trying to figure out. So there's no question in here is stupid.
Yeah, I agree. You don't know unless you ask. So, all right, Roy. So, is there anything you want to talk about tonight?
We talk about pretty much anything and everything. It doesn't always have to be about radios.
Yeah, no. I mean, I know the burning question in my mind is because I still got to finish setting up the truck with, 2-way radios and all that sort of stuff. I was actually going to talk to you earlier about the CJ about antenna spacings and having, so you don't get interference between, say, GMRS, CBE,
You're not.
bands, stuff like that.
You're not. So in my truck, the ham GMRS antenna is 1.5 feet away from my 102 whip for my CV. In my wife's truck, they're 1 foot away. They don't interfere with each other. They're too far difference in megahertz. You're talking 462 megs all the way down to 27. And like for example, if you look at CJ's ride, they're right next to each other.
Well, I haven't seen CJ's new ride right now, but I mean, I know that, I'm not very familiar with that part of it because I'm starting to get into it, try to understand it and learn it. I've seen a lot of upfitters say, hey, you got to be this far away, this, that, the other thing. And the way you run your cable, there was something about the way you had to run your cable so that it either didn't pick up interference or I don't remember. I just know there's, that's kind of what I had in mind tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, if you got good quality coax, it shouldn't matter. You could run them right next to each other.
Yeah. Hey, going back to the comments real quick. Rob goes, there's a few things I just don't understand what they are. Rob goes, TOT, LOPT, TTO, the tone, I guess, okay, the Vox T, and what's gate?
So, Rob, what you're saying is all those things you don't understand what they are? So the gate, all it does is reduce background noise.
TOT, that should be timeout timer for when they're... TOT, that should be timeout timer for when they're.
No, it's not a game. It's a noise filter. TOT is transmission timeout. You better be writing this shit down, Rob.
Sorry, my phone holder is like kind of twisting itself.
That's all right. So the LOPT controls your light, your backlight, how bright you want it. Your TTON will change the bandwidth of your transmission signal. Did you get all that?
Hey, Steve just got the number 3 gifter badge.
10-4. What's up, Steve? All right. I hope that helped. But if you got any more questions, man, go ahead and ask. Don't get discouraged. I'm just teasing you. But yeah, sometimes you got to write that stuff down and play with it and experiment to get used to it. Because for me personally, I'm a hands-on guy. That's the way I learn. I really don't learn that well from reading. I got to just mess with it. Good evening, 206 in a diesel wagon. What's up, my friend?
Hey, just to give you an idea, Jay, there's our live on my other phone. So I'm watching twice.
Nice. He's in surround sound. All right, folks, just a little bit of housekeeping. Don't forget to like and share the live. That helps with the algorithm. And that little gold star on the top. If you subscribe to the channel, I'm going to do custom videos just for the subscribers. They'll be the only ones who can see them. So I'll do more technical videos like on antenna analyzers, tuning antennas, and stuff like that. Yeah, the shop's in Moriarty, New Mexico at Lisa's Truck Center. All right, folks, so if anyone wants to join the live, just send me a request. And a lot of people join the live because they got questions, and it's just easier to talk about it than it is to type, but that's fine. All right, folks, come on, let's like and share this live. Let's get some viewers in here. I'm doing a contest. So the first live that we get 100 viewers on, I'm going to give away any radio in the shop that I have in stock you can pick. All right, CJ, well, why don't you two up there start talking? Tell me about your guys' day.
So, give me 1 minute. Let me finish doing this real quick, and then I'll.
Okay.
So we get called out this morning at 6 o'clock. By the way, I just subscribed, so I'm number 4.
Hey, right on. Thanks, man.
Not a problem. See, real quick, when will you have your amps again? Steve's asking.
You will know as soon as I make a video. I talked to Jim this morning before work on the phone, and he was working on them as we spoke. So I told him to take his time and make them perfect. So as soon as I get them, I'll make a video.
Yeah, so we got called out this morning, told to be at the trucks at 6 a.m. We get there, and by 11 o'clock, the driver didn't call us. We sat in our trucks from 6 to 11 before I finally called and said, dude, what are we doing? Oh, I forgot to tell you. Y'all can go back to your hotels, and I'm like, dude, seriously?
Are you serious, dude? I'd be fucking pissed.
I was furious. The only reason I didn't walk off the job is because I don't walk off a load until it's complete. But then at the same
Yeah.
time,
So did you get paid for sitting there?
yeah. Oh yeah. I don't sit around for nothing without being paid. So they shut 285 down.
Good.
They shut 70 down. So we couldn't even get to the job site today anyway.
Wagon Master. What's up, dude? Yeah, because of the wind, I guess, right?
Yeah, we were. It was what sustained at 100 miles an hour down here at one point. So real quick, Steve asked, "Do you have an approximate
Wow.
price range?"
That I don't know. What do you want? 2 pill, 4 pill, 6 pill, 8 pill base amp. He just got done building a 32 pill for a guy, and he told me that damn thing pulls 800 amps when you key up.
Shit, damn. See, Rob goes, "Haven't been to New Mexico yet. I've been driving East Coast to Middle America." I mean, that's pretty nice. I miss doing the East Coast runs. Hopefully, we get some more this year. Opie goes, "I run a 447 HPC2 into DM4 pill with my SWR radios 1.2, but jumps to 2.0 to 2.2 with the box on. What would cause that?"
Yeah, you got to tune the antenna with the amp on, or it's the wrong antenna for that kind of power. That's way too high for an amp.
Yeah, that is high. Steve, I'm actually not located in Phoenix right now. Our base is in New Mexico, or Moriarty. I'm about 3 minutes from Thunder Valley here, from Wolfman. But we are getting ready, probably in the next 6 months, to open up another operations down in Phoenix, probably around the Tempe area.
Yeah, so as soon as we get these amps in, we're gonna paint up a couple of them. He's built me a custom one, and I'm gonna paint it forest green to match my truck. I think I'm gonna paint the case covers of my radio that forest green too, so it all matches.
That'll look
Then I'm
really
gonna
cool.
I know, right? And then I'll pinstripe it all out. That'd be badass.
Rob goes, "Weather's keeping me East Coast right now, headed to Tennessee in the morning at Petro I-81 VA for the night." Yeah, I've been to that Petro on I-81. I think I know what one you're talking about. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've been down there across the Grande many times. We always park at that. I believe it's a Pilot or a T right there off of Interstate 10. Got the Sbarro. How's Skip rolling today anyway? I really haven't had my CB on today.
It was rolling pretty good. When I met my wife for dinner, there was a guy in Florida on a beam that was hitting me hard, 9 pounds, and I keyed up and we talked for a few minutes off my 102 whip there in the.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to beat a 102 whip.
Yeah, it's not. I've seriously been thinking about it. When I get the Dodge back up, when I get my pickup, is actually putting a 102 whip on it.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Yeah, because that's going to be going to one of my new drivers once they finish the motor rebuild. Because he's going to carry my fuel cell and he'll be all set up. I just got to get everything reinstalled.
What happened to Roy? He took off, huh?
Yeah, I think he got a phone call because I know he was waiting for a call from his wife.
Ah, 10-4.
Yeah, but no, Roy's a good guy. I've known him for, I think we're going on 8 months. And yeah, we get to talk and we can be on the phone for hours. He's on his way home from Kansas.
Toto.
Opie, propane hauling, got to get up early. Have a great night. Opie, you have a good night, my friend, and Be safe out there. 73s.
Yeah, man. Have a good one. 73s. Man, there ain't too many people liking this live tonight, is there? Don't forget to like and share it. Share it with all your friends. Let's get the ball rolling. We're going to give away a radio of choice. Whatever you guys want.
I'm going to start liking it, see if we can get some likes up and everything else. Wagon Master just got the number 2 gifter badge. Wagon Master is liking the live.
Nice.
Welcome in, Wagon Master. Rob, my first radio was a realistic Navajo with the Maverick 750 tune amp, Super 454 and Pine Bluff.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Hey, you get me one of them phone tapper things from Chris.
Here. I haven't heard much about a realistic.
Dude, I ordered one last night when we got the live.
Did you? Damn it. Dang it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like $4. Yeah.
Oh, man. He had me looking up my paint code on my truck. And I figured out it was Viper Blue instead of the other one.
Nice.
But,
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. So I'm like, Oh.
Yeah, I've already got a lot of people asking me when those amps are coming in. And I talked to Jim this morning, and he was actually working on them as we were on the phone this morning. And I told him, I said, dude, I am not in a rush. You take your time with every one of my amps you build. I want them perfect. I want quality, and that's it. If they're not quality, I'll send them back. So I want quality. And he's a really good guy. I'm really excited. He's taking his time. He's doing the right. He's got to order the right parts. He doesn't order cheap shit. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like him.
Good deal. Yeah, we had a piece of recap come up and take the bottom radiator hose off the truck today. It's been fun.
Oh, shit. That sucks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had to send the girlfriend to go and get 14 gallons of coolant in 2 hose clamps and a piece of radiator hose.
Yeah.
It's been one of them days. We got the guy on site screaming, well, you better be here tomorrow. You're going to be there until Thursday, bud. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, no.
Well, we were told it was going to be tomorrow. You were told wrong, bud. I told him it wouldn't be until Wednesday or Thursday. But, man, this wind over here in Tennessee is kicking.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. Even the wind here today and yesterday was nuts. Today it wasn't as bad, but it was still pretty bad. But yesterday, holy shit. So the base antenna on the roof of my shop is right dead center on the roof, right in the middle of my shop. And it's a 21-foot antenna. It's a 5/8 wave Mako antenna. And the wind was blowing so hard yesterday that the tip of the antenna was 4 feet past the front door. So if you're standing outside the shop and look straight up, you can see the tip of the antenna. Yeah, that's awesome. Swing the 1500. Yeah, them old tube amps, dude, were awesome. And not only did they swing hard, but the audio was nice and clear. And I bet it was really clear with that Navajo radio. So, Chris, even though you kind of had a messed up day, man, you doing okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm wonderful.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, welcome back in, Roy.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to figure this out.
Yeah, it's all good. So, Jay, even though I'm not in Phoenix, I'm still in Phoenix.
What's that, Chris? I'm sorry.
I said I may not be in Phoenix physically, but by the live, I'm in Phoenix right now, so I'm enjoying it.
You're wherever you think you are.
And I bet it was hard to keep pulling it out.
Well, if them tube amps were really, really getting hot, then the antenna might not been tuned correctly, but they shouldn't get that hot. But the nice thing about a tube amp is you could talk on them all day, and they'll reach a certain operating temperature, and they should just stay there. They shouldn't get real, real, real hot. Like the amp there in my video, I can talk on that constantly, and it gets up to about 95 to 98 degrees. Once you get up around 180 to 200, that's bad. But yeah, if they're around 100 degrees, that's normal.
Yeah, my driver asked me today if I had a second CV in my car, and I said no. I said I really don't see the use for it, but at the same time, I'd like to end up putting a second one eventually. Probably get one that has upper and lower sideband.
Yeah, but you still got to be careful doing that because your other radio is going to drive RF right into that other one.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. If I put it in, it probably won't even be hooked up. It'll be more as my backup.
Hey, speaking of that,
Well, what's up?
well, Chris and I were actually talking about that, about having, because of our work. And Chris was telling me, to have the radio 3 feet from each other. Does that make sense, or is that doable or not doable?
What do you mean have the radio 3 feet from each other?
So most pilots, I think what he's talking about when we were talking, most pilots stack their CDs on top of each other and then they run all their wires together. And I know with
That shouldn't matter.
yeah, so I know with like VHF and UHF, they try and keep them separated. But like there's a company in Virginia, and I'll leave their names out of it, but they have two 655s mounted on top of each other, and their antennas are probably no more than a foot apart, and they're 27 megahertz. Hey, welcome in, Travis.
Hey, Mr. Chavez, I tried calling you back today, man.
Well, I plan on mounting that GMRS. I plan on mounting it underneath my Striker when it comes in. So,
Yeah, that'll be fine. My GMRS is right on top of my 94 big rig.
yeah. Yeah, I'm either under it or over it, one or the other, whichever looks better. And
Yeah.
I'm going to put the antenna for the GMRS on the passenger side of the truck because they've got the CB run to the driver's side of the truck. And I'm beginning to wonder if my antenna ain't the one that's screwing up royally. Because today, both of them sounded like they had their microphones outside the car. I couldn't hear shit, and they said, no, we can hear each other fine. I'm like, what the hell?
Huh.
I'm like,
Yeah, that's weird.
But, well, I don't know.
Yeah, he said look. Yeah, I don't know. Have you put a meter on that yet?
On this one, last time we did it was when you guys put the Vipers on it.
Yeah.
And but I'm just wondering. I mean, I've had the coax changed, but I'm wondering if it just is not good enough stuff to. I don't know. It's just
Very well
something
could be.
weird.
Yeah.
And I had it done. They ran it through the mirror arm and all that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Yeah, we'll check it out.
I'm ready to put the 102 behind the cab and be done with it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, they're nice because there's nothing to break.
Right.
And they work so much better.
And I don't have a headache rack back there or anything anymore, so
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's even better.
I mean, I got my tri-pack back there, but there's still plenty of frame rail and all that crap. And I pull a trailer with a flip neck on it, so it ain't like there's a box or anything for it to interfere with. So I think we'll be good with that.
Yeah, that'll work.
I just don't want to crawl up underneath the cab
Rob
of this
said
thing
the
to run
best
the.
SWR. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
All right, Jay, we're at 1,200 likes.
Holy moly. Can you guys hear my little noise box?
Nuh-uh. Oh,
You didn't hear that? Congratulations. Well done.
yeah, no, I didn't hear it. Remember I was telling you about that one that I ordered? Let me turn that background off real quick because it won't do it without it.
Tell me if you can hear this.
So there's that sound mixer with the noise box.
Interesting. Oh, yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah, I just got to get some microphones and headphones for it, and it'll actually hook up to the Samsung phone that I have.
Nice.
Coaching. Oh, I guess we do have another pilot car service in here. I just looked up and seen PCS. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Rogine is a good buddy of mine out of New York.
Okay.
You don't want to use me because I'm a New Yorker.
A what?
Because I'm a New Yorker. Oh, hey, CJ, remember, New Yorker, not Jersey.
Yeah, he's from Jersey. Just remember that.
No,
He's from Jersey.
No, he's from New York. Me and him had a talk about that. We were giving each other crap about that earlier.
Yeah.
Just all depends on where at from New York.
Right?
I'm halfway between Albany and New York. I'm still in the crap part. Not the horrible part, but the crap part.
Yeah, my family they all grew up and were born up in the Finger Lakes area, upstate. So
it is nice.
Yeah, my dad was born in Ilion, New York, right in the center of the state. My mom was born in Hoboken, New Jersey. Yeah, and I was born in Newton, New Jersey.
Wow, that's an interesting combo.
There we go. Something different from my background for once.
There you go. Rob says, locals in Jersey, always making big noise with the big basses. Yeah, I hear them a lot on 35 lower sideband. And there's one guy in there, all he does is talk shit about Trump and Republicans and this, that, and the other, and I fuck with that guy constantly.
At least you're not hearing the West Memphis crap.
What was that? I can barely hear your audio, man.
I said, at least you're not hearing the West Memphis crap.
Oh my God.
No.
West Memphis, what's going on there?
Yeah.
A lot of prostitution and drugs.
Get even close to West Memphis. The only thing here is Channel 5 CB shop.
Yep.
Lady, if we wanted to come and get ripped off, we'd come see you. Because Lord knows when the German goes in there, she's going to level that fucking place.
Hey, you know what's funny? I haven't advertised on the CB radio in 3 years. I don't have time.
Hey, you don't need to.
No. Yeah, Rob says that guy goes to Channel 19 too.
It's... Fuck, that's why I bought them other three, where I can get away from these fucking idiots.
Yeah, even like with wind, we always run, we're either in the high 30s, low 30s, or we run Channel 10.
Well, I've got one pilot that's with me, and the only thing she has is a Cobra 29. So, can't do that with her. So, got to stick to the regular AM channels.
Yeah. Well, my CB's not.
You know, that's kind of funny. In the pilot world, in oversized world, that's our biggest problem. Having a good source of communication, either CB or it's, or it's FRS or GMRS. That nobody knows how to use.
Welcome in, Blanca.
Yeah, I had heavy haul guy come in today with 2 of his pilot cars, fixed all 3 of their antennas, tuned all 3 of their radios, and then he bought 3 of the handheld Wooks and GMRS radios, and I programmed them up for him, and yeah, they're good to go. But yeah, they have the same problem. They're down south there, CJ, doing all those windmill towers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Spring Lake, Texas.
Well, that's why I ordered the 3 from you. That way I can.
Yeah, I know it's getting to be bullshit, man. That's too bad. Like that couple lives ago, we talked about respect, right? You know, back in the day, we shot skip all over the place, but we did not do it on 19.
Blanca's just waiting to load up some cattle in the morning.
Nice. Yeah, I'd get a bunch of those cattle haulers in the shop, and we put that 102 whip on the catwalk right behind his sleeper. That's a talking sumbitch, man. That works really well.
Yeah,
But I know all them.
Kansas, I can hear those guys miles away before they catch up. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, antennas, everything, man. That's where all the magic happens.
CJ's got me talked into going to a 102.
Well, I'll tell you a story. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So my shop is 16 miles from my house. And when Dad gave me that old Dodge truck, I put a radio in it. And I first put a Viper antenna on it, and I could hear my wife at home, but she couldn't hear me. Then I went to a Predator, same thing. I put a 102 whip on it, called out to her, and she goes, "Oh, yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, honey. Are you on your way home?" And I said, "No, I'm still at the shop." She goes, "Oh, I thought you were driving down the road here." So that's how much difference that 102 whip made. 16 miles away from my house.
Wow. Hey, Jay, I just got breaking news from Channel 7. A new rule will allow firefighters in Bernalillo County to use cannabis.
Oh, great. A bunch of fucking stoned firefighters.
Right.
Hey,
I don't think they'll be
man,
drunk.
Look at the... Yeah, right. Well, I'm sure most of them already are.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look at the fire, man.
Just Junkyard Radio goes, he has a 102 on his car and it looks like an RC car. That's funny. I'm sure it does. Blanca says this is the 185 diesel car.
So, Jay,
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
What makes the big difference between the 102 whip and, say, a Predator, Viper, Whittlewell, Striker?
The length. So if you got an antenna with a 4-foot whip on it, no matter how much power you put through it, you only got a 4-foot radiation pattern, period.
Well, I thought
So when you go to a
I thought the coil was supposed to give you your length.
coil doesn't do shit. You talk off the whip. There's too many wives' tales out there. Everyone says the coil's got to be above the cab and all this other bullshit. Doesn't matter where the fucking coil is, because you talk off the whip. And so all the coil does is it lies to the radio, and it tells the radio that I'm a 9-foot long antenna, which means quarter wave. So everything with radios, antennas, mics, whatever, it all has to do with math. It's all numbers. So CBs transmit on 27 megahertz. That wavelength is 36 feet long. Half of 36 is 18 feet. That's a half wave antenna. Half of 18 feet is 9 feet. That's a quarter wave.
Blanca, I think right now he's on channel 19 from what I can see. I just don't know if it's upper or lower sideband.
Now I'm on AM, but so if you went from an antenna with a 4-foot whip and you went to a 9-foot whip, you just doubled it. So to give you an example, some guys come in with little Cobra 29s tuned up. They're lucky to get 15 watts out of them. But with a 102 whip, shit, you can hear them 20 miles away. It's not the radio, it's the antenna.
Jay, do you remember, we're going to go back, say, probably 30, 35 years ago. Fiberglass antenna five wrapped. Do you remember those companies?
Antrons.
Yeah.
California?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did those? Why? Because I know in my experience, when I used to drive over the road, okay, I used to run that, and it was the best antenna I have ever had. I could hear 15, 20 miles. I don't care what radio I use.
73.
Well, yeah, like I just said it's not the radio, it's the antenna. So when you tune antennas to a vehicle, you're tuning the antenna to the ground plane of that vehicle. So you got to find an antenna that likes the ground plane. Not every antenna will work on every vehicle.
So all this stuff
So
that
when you-
everybody's telling you is, hey, buy this antenna or that antenna or whatever, that doesn't.
They don't
you
know.
can have the same identical vehicle, and that same antenna won't work.
That's right. You got it.
Interesting.
Yep, I had a guy buy two brand new Freightliners in
Education
Albuquerque. Drive them out to my shop. These trucks had 50 miles on them. One truck, everything tuned up picture perfect. The other truck, no matter what I did, I couldn't get nothing to tune up on it, and I had to turn that truck away.
Wow.
But see, Roy, like this is when I was telling you, the best thing to do, like I was telling you today, come into the lives, because almost everything that people say about CVs and all the myth, they will tell you straight up how it is. And like I told you, even with antennas, anything, that's 90% of it. That's where the magic happens. I've told you before, it's all about numbers. We can answer more in depth than what I can.
Yeah,
I know that your whole setup this day. I mean, if your antenna is not where it needs to be, you're just wasting your money on everything else.
Yeah. So you just got to find an antenna that likes the ground plane of the truck, which that's what the antenna reflects off of. It's not a DC voltage ground. That's why you never run a wire to your antenna, because you'll actually make another antenna, and that's what your main antenna will radiate off that wire, and it'll mess everything up, even give you false readings on your meter. But if you put an antenna in a certain location and it doesn't tune up, you got to move it to a different location to change the reflection.
Now, Chris and I were talking about that the other day, actually, and I was surprised to find that out, in all honesty.
Yeah, antennas are everything. So Rob said, really, when I move the coil too close to my cab, I get massive SWR. Yeah, but when you move the coil, you're moving the width too. So when you angle your antenna at different angles, you're changing the reflection off the RF ground. Sometimes we have to angle antennas just a little bit to get the reflection right, and they tune right up, see? But you don't want to angle them a lot. You want to keep them straight up and down as much as possible, because that whip radiates from side to side. So if you angle the antenna, the front of your antenna is shooting RF right in the ground. '73's Junkyard. Thanks for jumping in there, my friend.
So, Roy, I hope this is helping you out a little bit with, what we've talked about.
Well, I'm absorbing.
I'll tell you a cool story. So when I first got out of basic, we were off the coast of Catalina in a sub, and we had a master chief trying to teach us how to tune antennas. Well, I joined the Navy at 23, and by this time I almost had 10 years of experience. I started working on radios when I was 14. So this chief, for the first hour of class, just kept talking about SWR. And I was cool about it. I wasn't trying to call him out. I wasn't trying to be a jerk or nothing, but I said, Chief, don't you tune antennas with ohms, receive loss, and reactance? And he just gave me that stare, and he goes, well, shit, boy, if you know so much, why don't you come up here and teach a class? And I said, Chief, I can't do that. I'm not a teacher. I said, but I know I can tune that antenna. And he said, well, let's see what you got. So me and a buddy went down the nose of the sub, tuned this antenna. We called out for a radio check, and we got one back from another submarine in Japan.
Wow.
And I just turned around and looked at that chief, and I crossed my arms and smiled, and he walked away. Never saw him again. But that's how important antennas are, man. So there was one time in the shop, I had a guy come in the shop, and no matter what I said, I was wrong. He knew everything. So I finally said, all right, let's do an experiment. So I grabbed my little Uniden 4-watt handheld with a little rubber ducky antenna. You know those little handheld CBs that you're lucky to talk across the parking lot with?
The ones we buy at Love's?
Oh, yeah.
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 So I took the antenna off. I got a BNC to SO239 adapter, hooked it up to the coax to that big antenna on the roof of my shop, and I was talking to a driver in Santa Rosa, 70 miles away, on a 4-watt handheld. Antennas are everything.
Blanca wants to know if we've listened to Channel 36 band 296150.
Every now and then. So if I can talk 70 miles away to another driver in a semi on a handheld radio, I don't know what more you want me to tell you how important antennas are, but that's literally where all the magic happens right there. And if anyone don't believe me, just come in the shop. We'll do it.
Hey, Jay, when you're hooking up like a C radio, now I run a 655. I've been running it ever since I came out. Okay. And I'm in a 2016 F250 now with it. Okay. And I seem to not be able to get rid of the noise from the truck.
Oh, you got alternator noise? Like it changes RPM?
No, it's not so much alternating. It's like it's picking up other stuff from the truck. Okay, it's not the alternator whine that most everybody hears. It's like, I mean, I know, like, you know, if I turn my fuel pump on, I'll hear some static from that.
Yep.
Once in a while, my LED lights, I'll hear, you know, a bit, you know, that kind of thing in it.
Yeah. Fords are known for bad grounds, and they're also known for bad diodes in the alternator. So you're either going to get one of the two. You're either going to get an alternator whine, or you're going to hear that buzz in the background. And it's when Fords are on the assembly line where they make the mistake, and they do it to save time, they'll take 3 or 4 ground wires and put them on one bolt on the frame.
Okay.
Can't do that. You got to separate those ground wires. So what happens is, if you got 3 ground wires on one bolt, the wire furthest away from their frame is back feeding into the second wire, and that wire is back feeding into the first wire looking for a better ground. Yeah, Fords, Volvos, and Freightliners are the worst for body grounds. You'll notice, like, even in my truck, if I pass a Ford or pass a Freightliner, the static in my CB will go up until I pass them.
Right. Well, I do know that I noticed it, depending on who I am, where I'm at, or what truck I go by, that it does do that. And I'm like, I've never asked anybody to explain why that happened. I just figured it was, you know, the stuff that's in the trucks today that's putting out massive amounts of RF.
My wife has a 2015 Chevy Silverado with a Ranger 99N Farnet 500-watt radio, and it's dead quiet.
Okay, so
My 1966 Dodge truck is dead quiet.
So what kind of things do I need to try to do to make mine dead quiet?
Buy a Dodge. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, that's buy a Dodge. No, no. Let me ask you something. The settings on your radio. Do you have the NB and the HIC turned on?
I think I got the noise blanker on.
Okay, turn the HIC on. HIC stands for high cut. That's another noise filter.
I don't know if I've ever noticed that on this.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, it's got right next to the NB to the left of it is HIC, high cut. Now,
Okay.
do you have your RF gain turned all the way up?
Yes.
That's why. So now turn your squelch all the way to the left, turn your squelch off. Now turn your RF gain down until the static stops.
Okay. But my understanding is the RF gain is your distance that you hear, correct? Yes or no?
So you never read the book? No. RF is for receive.
Okay.
The top left knob that says power, that's your output power.
Right.
So
I
what
know
is,
CJ and I talked about this, earlier in the week or last week. It's not, and I believe what he was saying. It's just that I didn't understand, because I've been basically bullshitted for 40 years, about what RF does or the RF gain and so on and so forth does.
RF gain is just for your receiver. Now, if you turn your RF gain all the way up, you'll see your meter go up, right?
Yeah,
Okay, now if you turn it down, you'll see the meter go down, right?
correct. Yep.
So that has nothing to do with transmit. That's your receive. So take your squelch
Okay.
and turn that all the way to the left. Turn it off.
Right. Yep.
Now you're going to hear static, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now turn your RF gain down until the static stops.
Okay.
There you
And
go.
then leave it.
Well, that's an adjustment you're going to have to adjust daily as you're driving down a road, because you might get into some spots where there's more static. And the trick is you want to turn that RF gain up as high as you can until you hear static, and then just back it off.
Okay.
Yep. I did
So
that
that-
with mine all day.
So that
Yeah,
has nothing
that's just
to do. That doesn't have anything to do with how your distance of how far you can.
Hey,
Right.
how is
Hey, Z71, what's up? So
everybody?
I just explained to you how the meter goes up when you turn up the RF gain, and the meter goes down when you turn down the RF gain. So what does it have to do with transmit? You're not transmitting, you're receiving, right?
No. Right. Receive.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that all that does is control the sensitivity of your receiver. That's all.
Okay.
And the top left knob where it says power,
Yeah.
okay, if you turn that knob all the way up and then key the mic, see how far the meter goes up?
Yeah.
Okay, now turn that power all the way down, all the way to the left. Now key the mic and see the difference.
Oh yeah. That part I've known for years.
I don't understand the question then, because if you know that, then you should know that RF doesn't have anything to do with transmit. So the power, that top left knob, that controls your output power, your wattage when you key the mic. That will be your distance. So now that you have the squelch off, maybe I did. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. The power in the transmitting and distance, I understand 100%. What I was trying to ask was with the RF gain. Okay, I was always under the assumption that you have the RF gain open as far as you can to hear as far out as you could.
So when you turn up the RF gain all the way up and then you squelch it out, it's just like holding the brake and giving it gas.
Okay.
So think of the squelch like a wall. The higher you turn up the squelch, the higher the wall. So let's say you got your squelch almost all the way up. Now it takes 12 to 15 watts of power to break your receiver. So if there's a guy with a 10 watt Cobra, 15 watt Cobra, and he's a mile away, he doesn't have enough power to break your squelch. You'll never hear him.
Gotcha. Okay.
See? So now with your squelch off, if you hear someone way out in the distance, you can barely hear them, turn your RF gain up. Then you can hear them. And then when you're done listening or done talking, you can turn it back down and get rid of the background static. But if you do it that way, you'll actually hear people further away. That's the way we had to run radios in the military. Yeah, we ran radios in the military that way because we had to hear everybody. Because if someone was calling out for help and we couldn't get to them, that was on us.
All right, yeah. All these years, I didn't know that.
You know what? Don't feel bad, man. It's not your fault because I've talked, dude, we do 15,000 trucks a year, between 12 and 15,000. So I talked to a lot of truck drivers, and every one of them, just about every one of them, I'd say probably a good 96, 97% say the same thing you did because that's what they were told. But no one could give them a scientific reason behind it to back it up. They just said, this is how you do it. Well, there's no radio shops that I know of in the country that will sit down and explain this stuff to you. They just say, this is what you do. Well, but why?
Yeah,
And they can never answer the question why. So if they can't answer the question why, then they don't understand what they're talking about. They don't know how it works.
It used to be years and years ago. I think there was 6 or 8 shops in the United States that actually could answer that.
Yeah, but you're talking what, 30, 40 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, man. You know, now there's just a bunch of YouTube technicians. There's not real radio shops anymore. And it sucks, man, because you guys spend your hard-earned money and you don't get what you pay for.
100% on that one.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we do so many trucks here. That's not including internet sales. So, yeah, we stay pretty busy. But I think the main thing that I thrive on in my business is customer service. And part of that customer service is honesty. So when you ask me a question, if you don't have enough knowledge to explain it in simple terms, then you don't understand it well enough. That's the way I look at it. And Einstein was the one who said that. If you can take something technical and explain it to somebody in simple terms, then you know enough about the subject. And if you can't, you don't. So
when I was a young man, my father told me exactly that.
Well, I take a lot of pride in my shop. So if someone asks me a question that I honestly don't know the answer, I'll straight up tell them, you know what? I don't know. Let's go look it up together and figure it out.
That's a sign of a good place to be.
Well, that's what Google is for, right? I mean, shit, we got all that knowledge right at our fingertips. Fuck, use it.
Google, yeah, right. Okay, sure.
Well, just like that guy that was asking questions earlier about his radio, if he were to Google all that stuff about the functions of his 655, it comes right up. But now, with that said, though, to be fair, maybe he did, and he didn't understand what it was. And that's okay. That's where you ask, right?
Yep, I know when I read my manual for the striker, you know, that TOT and some of the other stuff, I'm like, I'd never heard of that stuff, and I'm like, I mean, I had to read it like 4 times to understand it.
Dude, striker manuals, they suck. They do. You got to have some radio experience to really understand what they're saying. They don't put it in layman's terms. They got to remember that probably 95% of these radios they sell to people are not to radio guys.
Pretty much
They're
all the
average.
manuals are that way, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're too technical for your average Joe, you know.
That's why I'm having you set up my GMRS, because it would take me a month of Sundays to try to figure it out. I had
Man, I'll tell you what. The next time you come in the shop, I'll remind me to pull up that program Chirp. And when I show it to you, you're gonna look at me and go, "Fuck, really? That's it?"
Oh,
And
I'm
it's really
going
that
to.
simple. But if no one shows you how to use it, you're like, "Where do I go? How do I use it?"
Exactly.
You see,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
And I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I learn hands-on. I don't learn by reading shit. I got to do it.
Nope.
So
That's it.
Me too.
yeah, and I think most truck drivers are, right? I mean, that's just they're mechanically minded, and that there's nothing wrong with that, man. And I can teach you. So there's another difference. You go into most CB shops, and these guys are book smart, all like crazy book smart, but they couldn't change a tire, right?
I feel like everybody is
So-
nowadays because that's kind of what they. I mean, like me, just getting out of school. I mean, that's basically what a lot of the classes are nowadays. It's all hands-on shit.
Yeah, well, that's smart. It's got to be hands-on, man. But a lot
exactly.
of these, yeah, I agree, dude. But a lot of these CB technicians that own these shops, they're very book smart. So when you ask them a question, they're going to quote the book.
Right.
They can't put it in layman's terms. Their brains don't work that way.
Yeah, and then you get the ones that, the golden screwdrivers. The only thing they want to do is, look how good it swings. What is it? Clean.
Right.
What do you mean?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, God, when we were coming back up from Florida, I forget which radio I had in the pickup, but it fried. We're going down the road, and I was like, uh-oh, something's frying. Yeah, I think it was a old Cobra 29 that we've had in the toolbox for years. Well, it burned up. So, just grabbed a unit in with my TA points, 68, and took it into Knoxville to have the guy tune it up. Walked in there, he looked at it, and he goes, "I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry, son." At least
Dude,
he was
that's the
honest about it.
easiest- That's like tuning up a fucking Cobra 29, dude. That's the easiest radio to tune up. Oh
He
my
said,
god. Yeah, well, at least he was
Stuff like-
honest, and you walked out, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I walked out. I was like, okay, at least you were honest about it. Because, like I said, that
So
one
we-
my girlfriend's got in her pilot car. Oh, my God. I can't wait for her to bring the van and that radio and have you fix it all because, ugh.
Yeah, I know. It's
I know.
frustrating, man. Especially
Oh,
for
yeah.
you guys, that you need
Yeah.
those pilot cars. I get it. Yeah.
But it's okay.
So we got a
Couple
question.
more
Is there any CB shops in Phoenix? And there used to be when there's not anymore. I'm the only CB shop on I-40 from Oklahoma City to Bakersfield, California. So sorry about the bad news, man. But if you need help, I'll be more than happy to help you. What trouble are you having? Yeah, I can't
there
wait till you
isn't-
come in either. Just because the first thing we're going to do is hook up that meter and probably go, ugh. And then,
I
we'll
know
fix-
you're going to go, ooh. Well, I mean, you did that
And
with
then-
my Galaxy, and it was done by somebody that used to be very, very reputable. And you were like, what did he do to this thing?
Yeah, a lot of guys they turn everything up too high, and you're right. All they do is watch that damn meter. Ooh, look how high it swings. But yeah, you put it on a scope and your audio looks like shit. Well, what's the point?
Well, he had mine all, this Galaxy, he had it all backwards. You're like, oh, give me 5 minutes. I'll get it.
Yeah,
Because
and
remember,
and,
I was
and how much?
I was ready to get
how
rid of
much-
it.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
you don't have to get. That's a good radio, dude. But
Yeah.
how much different now did it perform afterwards? That's the question.
And that's the thing. It was performing great. And I don't know if I smacked a tree limb and I flugged this Viper up or something, but man, the last week it has been horrible. And
Yeah.
I've changed her antenna and everything else, and it's still no better. And I got thinking about it. I'm like, well, maybe I did something to mine, smacking the tree branch.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And,
Sure. Could have. Yeah. Antennas are everything, and they're really sensitive. And you guys got to remember something. I know you hit trees and shit and bridges and all that stuff, but really antennas aren't made to hit anything. They're just made to talk.
Yeah, well,
So,
it being out there on that left mirror arm, that
yeah, I know.
shouldn't hit anything.
I know
but
it's kind of impossible sometimes, and I get it, dude. But they're just not made for that.
yeah, so I might take, and once I get on site, I've got my little cheap SWR meter. I'll switch the antennas around and, like you said, stand it straight up and switch the left to the right, because my right side's just a dummy. It's there for looks. And switch it over to the left side and see if it doesn't work better that way.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, sure.
And
what about your stud coax? I mean, have you looked at that to see if?
Sure.
and
what about your stud coax? I mean, have you looked at that to see if?
I didn't even think about that, because this thing has a stainless bracket and a stainless plug on it, or stainless
the stud.
Yep, stainless stud.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, that's another reason why we use antenna analyzers, because if I hook that up and the ohms are through the roof, then I know the coax is bad. You can't see that with an SWR meter.
No, you're correct. And this coax has been on here almost 2 years, and I think it is, what is that, RG58 or whatever it is. It ain't the real good stuff, and there's 18 foot of it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's
saying
way too
you don't
long.
even have to run
Holy
18s
shit.
anymore. Is it? See, that, like he was saying, that's what we were all taught, that you have to have 18 foot of coax to make an antenna
And
work
then when you ask somebody,
correctly.
yeah, no, that's bullshit. So then you ask somebody, can you explain to me scientifically why you need 18 feet? And they can't answer it. Or they say, well, it's got to match the wave. Okay, so 18 feet is a half wave, but we're running a quarter wave antenna that doesn't match.
Gotcha.
Interesting,
Let me
huh?
ask you something.
Sure.
Maybe that's why them Procoms on my 379 work so good, because it's only got 9 foot of coax on it, and a 4.5 foot Procom quarter wave, and it'll
Hey
out-talk
guys, did I
this.
lose everybody?
No, you're still here.
You're good.
And it will out-talk this one all day long with a Cobra 25 that does 32 watts.
On your 18 foot of coax, have you got that? Because now, again, this is one of the old things that you never, with that much coax.
But the Procom is also RG8X. It's a much better shielded coax, and it's thicker.
Right. Huh. Because I got the Procom coax on it and the Procom antenna in it. That damn thing will talk. So. Huh.
Yeah. So when I talk about antenna systems, what I'm talking about is coax, stud, mount, and the antenna. That's all one system, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All that has to work together. That's a separate system from the radio. Holy moly, we got gifts and shit flying all over the place, man. Thanks, dude. And anyway, so yeah, the coax plays a big role in it. And RG58 is real thin coax, and it's not shielded very well. It's not good stuff. The RG8X that I use in the shop, the Procom stuff, it's made by Belden, and Belden's an American company, and they make really good stuff. So it's almost like the old analogy that I use. You got a 308 Savage, but you put a Walmart scope on it. So you just limited the gun with a cheap scope. You know, you don't have a good radio and a good antenna and you put cheap coax on it. What's the point?
Right.
If you're going to spend the money, you spend the money on the antenna system.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, is there any truth to the multiples of 3 with the coax?
No, shorter the better, less resistance. So to give you an example on an aircraft carrier, there was some antennas that were 1,200 feet away. So they had 1,200 feet of coax, man. How do you explain that? See?
A lot of wire.
All the tunings in
Yeah,
the
'cause we were
antenna.
always
It's
told-
all about the antenna, yeah.
We learn something every night.
Yeah,
Just
you don't
about.
need that much. The shorter the better, less resistance.
So, God, we're going to
Yeah,
need
but
probably
you were
what,
going to say
20?
that's what you were always told, right? But no one ever asked a question
Yeah.
why.
Oh,
You know
no,
what I mean?
and they would come off with that. Well, because you know, the wavelength of the antenna, they'd have their little spiel for it. The why that you needed to have the 18 foot. You know, it's like, And then you wind up running it back and forth across the overhead 900 times. Because, you know, you're not supposed to coil it up. You're supposed to run it back and forth. There were so many times I'd just stuff it in the overhead and, yeah, if it worked, it worked. But I got older and yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but when you just stuff it in the overhead, you make an RF choke, and your SWRs go back up.
Yeah.
Man, I want to thank everyone for all the gifts, all the likes, all the shares. That helps with the algorithm. Thank y'all so much. And yeah, but anyway, shorter the better. So think of it this way. If you got 100 foot of wire and 6 feet of wire, which is going to have less resistance? That's obvious, right? So yeah, just shorter the better.
Yeah, so he probably only needed about 6.5, 7 foot to go from the radio out to that driver's side mirror on this then.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of trucks that we put a 6 foot coax on it because that's all we need. Tunes right up. I did one today that tuned up to a 1.08, 49.6 ohms of resistance. Receive loss 49.6. It matched, and reactance was 0.01. That's textbook. It don't get better than that. And so the pilot cars, I told him, I said, drive down to the street light. That's 1 mile away, and let's see if your driver can hear you. And he could hear him. And I said, okay, keep driving. If you get down to the TA, that's 3 miles away. See if you can still hear him. And they heard him. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, that's why I'm thinking there's something wrong with mine, because I used to be able to hear her when she was up front. I could hear her a couple miles away, and when she was in the back, she was really loud. And today it sounded like she had the microphone sticking outside the window, both of them. And I'm like, and they're like, no, we hear each other fine. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. See what Brent wrote in the comments? Yeah, that's all I put on his is 6 feet.
Yeah, well, I had mine done on the East Coast right after I got the truck on my way to Vermont, so it's just time to get it all reworked.
Yeah, we'll get it fixed. You can ask Gunny, hey, dude, tell everyone how good your radio works or how bad it works. Tell them the truth. So I'm going to debunk this 18 foot of coax thing right now. Back in the old days, all they had was SWR meters. Well, what does a meter read? The meter reads reflected energy coming back through the coax, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you go from a 9 foot piece of coax to an 18 foot piece of coax, sure, the meter's going to drop because the longer coax is absorbing the reflected energy coming back to the meter. So everyone thought, hey, look, we fixed it. But what they didn't realize was the antenna was still out of tune. Nothing was fixed.
Yeah. And I remember back then when we were all being told that was when they were pushing the, everybody ran the Fire Sticks with tunable tip or the Francis antennas. That was the two you got. And you might get a skip shooter every now and then, or an Antron if you were at a good CB shop.
Yeah. Yeah, the Francis antennas are the worst for sure. They got a little thin wire in them and you can't tune them. So you smack something once and it breaks that wire, and then now you're all out of whack. Fire Sticks are actually really good antennas. They're a 5/8 wave antenna, and as long as you get the ones with the tunable tips, that's all you need, man. They work really well.
Right.
I go through 24 Fire Sticks a week, 24 of them a week. Probably 40 to 50 Vipers. I don't know, 20 or 30 Predators a week. So it just depends what tunes up on the truck. But a 5/8 wave antenna has a different radiation pattern, so it's going to reflect different off the ground plane, and that's why they tune up on a lot of trucks.
Gotcha.
Even today's all fiberglass trucks.
Well, yeah, so the antenna's got to reflect off of something metallic, so it's usually reflecting off the motor, the frame, stuff like that. But for a lot of you old truck drivers out there, I'm sure you will attest to this. Back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, man, why did my radio work so much better than they do now? Because the truck was metal.
Right.
Well, that's just like that 2500 Ram she had a magnet mount A10 on her 2500. Oh, good God. She had a little unit in 68. She was loud. Then she got that truck wreck, and then she went in that Hyundai, and holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
We have bought that damn car with that
an all-metal
panoramic
truck.
roof. Yeah. We have bought that roof on that car since day one. But, like I said, she's going to the van, which is going to be a good thing, but now we've got the issue of it's got a fiberglass top on it. That's going to be interesting to try to tune up.
Yeah, that's going to suck.
So,
yeah, it's going to be hard to get shit to tune up on it for sure. But, well, we'll see what we can do.
yeah. We'll figure something out.
102 lift on the bumper.
Well, she'll be able to do that because I think I've got her talked into ordering one of those adventurer bumpers for the back. That way she can have it's wide enough that she can put her generator back there and it swings out where she can still have access to the doors and stuff. So it's a $2,500 freaking bumper, but be well worth it. So, but we're
all right, guys. So we got Gunny in here, Brent, and so Brent wrote in the comments, "Hey, what's up, dude?" So Brent wrote in the comments that we put a 6-foot coax on his, and why don't you tell the guys how your radio works?
Oh, well, now I'm back into a long hood metal truck, so, but I wanted to, and it's booming, and I've just got a Galaxy 47. I was listening to Jay, or Wolfman. You were in your pickup, right, going home, going to dinner?
Yeah.
And I was driving through Salt Lake City, and I mean, I could have keyed up and probably got him, but I was on the phone. Anyways, I wanted to go back to the whole fiberglass thing. Jay, you remember my old truck, my Kenworth? That was fiberglass. We were running dual phase, and that radio was booming. You got me down to a 1.1 in that truck, and I was running with Cobra antennas. So it's all making sure you got the right guy setting your radio up, really.
Mm-hmm.
And getting those antennas.
Yeah, setting the antennas
low.
up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's because I knocked
there's
the
a lot of
crap out of that one.
Yeah, it could have been, man. I tried the other antenna, see what happens.
Yeah.
What did we put on this truck, Jay? I can't remember. Is it the Predators or the Vipers?
No, I think we did a Viper on your truck there. It's in your profile picture, right? Let me blow it up. Hold on. Yeah, that looks like a Viper.
But that last truck, I ran those cheaper Cobras because they tuned get best on that Kenworth. So I did.
Man, I don't know what's going on with this damn live. It keeps cutting in and out.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. It was acting really funky.
It's the government.
Roy, you check your mouth, sir.
Hey, I got 2 words for you.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, maybe 3.
Just
Be
text
nice. We're in a public forum. We're in a public forum here, Chris.
I said just text it to me. I know what you're going to say to me.
Well, see, I don't have to text it to you then.
Uh-oh. I just got in trouble by Tiffany. Hey, Wolfman, I just got in trouble with Tiffany.
What'd you get in trouble for?
I was on the phone with her, and then
I just saw the comment. Oh, shit.
Dude, don't get in trouble with Tiffany's. They're bad. You do and they get mad. Just joking, Tiffany.
Busted. Busted.
Tiffany, give
What's
me a
up,
break.
Tiffany? How you
Talking
doing tonight?
business.
Anyway, I just came back in to say to everyone I've got to be up at 4:30 in the morning, so I got to get some sleep.
All right, my friend. You have a good night. 73s.
All right. Roy, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Copy that. Sleep well.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Oh boy! Now I got Tiffany's youngest boy in here, Remington. It's his mom's banana again.
Hey, Tiffany, join the live, and you can talk to him right here.
Uh-oh.
No,
Put somebody on the spot.
I don't want her to chew my ass out in front of all you guys.
Listen, it's okay. We've all had our asses chewed by the law. It's okay.
That's right. That's right.
How many of us have actually tucked tail in front of everybody? See, that's what I don't want to have happen.
I was getting
Okay,
mine
we
chewed
won't
all
tell.
day for. I was getting my ass chewed all day because I guess I was slinging rocks at the chase car. She wasn't too happy about that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah,
See?
Tiffany laughs. She says she's not mad.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna call
Oh,
bullshit. She's a country girl, and you know how them country girls can get.
Oh, yeah. Nah, she said she's not mean.
You don't want to piss your country girls off.
Yeah. Yeah, I call
Anyway.
bullshit.
How you doing tonight, Tiffany? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining the live. All right, so Roy, do you got any other questions, man, about your radio?
Not right this second, Jay. I mean, I'm gonna.
Let me ask you.
Sure.
So now that you turned down the RF gain and you turned off the squelch and you put the hick on, how is your background noise now? Is it a little bit better?
No, in all honesty, I'm just kind of listening to you guys more than anything else because it's just a nice, quiet night out here across 80 in PA. So I'm just riding and quiet and enjoying the conversation here.
Yeah, I copy that. And you're welcome, Tiffany. I'm glad you're doing okay out there. That's cool. Yeah, no problem, Z71. Just send me a request when you get back in there, buddy. Yeah, I'm surprised how quiet it is on 19 tonight, man. You know, we talked about this the other night. I used to sit here and do paperwork at my desk, and Man, I'd hear truckers driving up and down I-40 talking all night long, and now it's just quiet.
Looks like nine out of 10 of them don't even have a radio in their trucks anymore.
Shit, 9 out of 10 of them don't speak English.
Oh, don't go to Arkansas. Did you see
that's
that new
true.
bill that they're proposing? Woo!
Uh-uh.
Oh boy. Arkansas is fixing to lay the hammer down on these B1 visa drivers. All that shit. It's basically, if you don't have a American CDL, you ain't driving through fucking Arkansas no more. You get pulled
Good.
over, you can't speak English, they're impounding your shit.
Good.
If the company knew that they hired somebody that didn't speak English, they're getting a $10,000 to $25,000 fine.
Good. Enough of this shit, man. Dude, I hate it when I call somebody and it says press 1 for English. Where the fuck do we live? What do you mean
Right.
press 1 for English? Bullshit. Uh-uh.
This is
Dude, in the
America.
military, when you go to other countries, they give you a book. And it's how to speak their language. It's out of respect, right? Where's my respect?
Hmm.
You know?
Dude, I
We
just
don't
had
have
to call
respect out here.
I just had to call the courthouse today and pay a ticket that I got in the truck for my underglow lights. And that was the first option, 1 for English, 2 for Spanish. I'm like, really? It's a damn courthouse.
Yep.
Yeah, I just paid mine from Utah a while back. Blue light freaking ticket.
Yeah, they got me for green lights, green and purple.
Mine were blue on the back of the cab and they weren't even on. But he said they
Hey
were
guys.
on.
Hey guys, look who just joined the live. It says another fib. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I used to live in Minnesota, they used to call fibs fucking Illinois bastards. Is that right?
Boy, I've heard of it.
Yeah, because the people from Illinois would come up to Minnesota in the summertime to go camping and fishing. Addison, what's up?
Yeah, so the whole blue light ticket is because they consider it an emergency color.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because I had blue on my last truck and I got probably 4 or 5 tickets in that one.
Yeah, but they're not flashing. That's what I don't get.
Right, they weren't flashing or strobing, but they still consider it an emergency color. Now,
Oh, get a life.
right, well, I got stopped in Nebraska here a couple months ago for the green lights in my grill. And the officer told me that I couldn't run them in the grill. I could run them anywhere else on the truck, just not in the grill, because he said it actually set off the lights at an intersection. It messed with them for like emergency situations. You know how their cherries and blueberries will make the light change.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, dude, they're Amazon specials. They ain't gonna do that shit. I said, you got $20,000 worth of emergency lights on your truck. I said, they have something, you know, some sort of infrared on them that sets that off. Anyways, he just gave me a warning, but I just thought it was stupid that I could run green anywhere else or purple, just not in the grill.
Well, that don't even make sense because they're not flashing. I don't
Right.
get it. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and mine were just the lens covers is all they seen. I had the 4-inch round glass lens covers.
Right.
And he wrote me a ticket for that. Wrote me a ticket because I didn't have reflective tape on my mud flap hanger, even though I was pulling a trailer. Wrote me a ticket for that. And because I didn't have the GVW on the side of my truck, he's like, well, that's a Utah law. I'm like, I'm not registered out of Utah, so don't have to have it in Illinois.
Right.
So
Oh, wow.
safety
Yeah,
had
there's
fun
two-
with that one.
Dude, there's too much bullshit, man. I mean, why don't you guys... I wish they would concentrate on shit that actually makes a difference and helps people, but they don't want to help people. They just want to grab your money. It's bullshit.
Well, and it is, because that's what I said to the guy that got me on my green lights. I said, dude, I just ran from here in Utah all the way down through Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, clear the hell out to Ohio and back. how many way stations I went through and state troopers I passed, nobody said a word until I get back home. Here it is Friday night at 10 o'clock at night. You just ain't got nothing else better to do, so you're going to pick on me. And it's like, there's drunk drivers out here, there's people doing 100 miles an hour up and down I-15, and you're worried about my damn green lights? It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, I get it. He's got a job to do, and I'm not taking that away from him, but it's like, you know, come on, this is some chicken shit and stuff. I'm like, at least find something wrong with the truck or the trailer, do a damn inspection on it, get me for a brake pattern adjustment or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see if it has to do with the safety of the vehicle. That's one thing, especially with these foreign drivers, right? We've all seen some of their trucks, and they shouldn't be on the road. We all know that. So I agree with that. But lights, come on now.
Right. Well, see, they told me my lights were distracting to other drivers around me, and I said, "Oh, wait a second. You mean all these passenger cars that cut me off and all this other shit? They're going to actually pay attention because they see my green lights? I don't see why that's a problem."
Yep. So I'll tell you what I did. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love the freight haulers that stick the strobe lights on their dash that run sideways and run them in the middle of the night. And it's like, you're pulling a van. Why do you have a set of strobe lights on your dash? And they run them constantly. It's like, that's supposed to be just for oversize or emergency vehicles or service vehicles, not somebody pulling a damn JB Hunt trailer.
Well, I'll tell you what I did too. We got a 2005 Harley Electric Glide Classic, the big bagger. So it's a floating couch for my wife. Anyway, so it's got 2 taillights in the back. Well, 3 taillights. And then on the tour pack on the back, I found this big LED light. It looks like an eagle with its wings spread. It's about a foot wide. So I bolted that to the tour pack. So the running lights work in it, and then the brake light lights up in it. So it's really, really, really bright. And people still don't see that. So that's 4 taillights on a bike that people don't see.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, it's like that 99 of mine. It has the stainless steel mud flap hangers on it. 4 tail lights in each one of those. There are 6 tail lights in the stainless steel center panel. On the top of the Brenner, it has got 12 4-inch round brake and turn signals. And you wouldn't believe the people that still just act like they don't see it. It's like there's 20 fucking lights back there flashing and stopping, you know, and glow. Yeah.
Well, here's the truth of the matter. All right, this is the truth. People, honest to God, do not see it because they're preoccupied with their phone, with the stereo, with something else.
Yep. That's it.
Well, I was going to say, I just bought a 48-foot spread axle tonight, and it's got 15 lights, top and bottom, down both sides of the trailer, 9 across the front, 9 across the top on the back, and another 12 lights on the bottom of the back. And you know damn well people ain't going to see that. You know it's lit up like a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention,
It's crazy.
I got 140 lights on the truck.
Jesus. Wow.
Hell yeah, that's like Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it just amazes me that these people are so blind. I've had, matter of fact, I had a truck that I drove for Tiffany's family today, and it had, shoot, I think I had over 300 lights, truck and trailer, and I still had a slam right into the side of my drive axles, my drive tires, and she told me flat out, "Oh, I didn't even see you." Not to mention the truck was canary yellow. I'm like,
Oh, boy.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you not see me?
And that's the scary thing is she's telling the truth. She, honest to God,
Yeah.
didn't see you. She was probably playing on the phone.
Yeah. It is scary.
Well, in all honesty, okay, I mean, me being as a pilot car, I've been a wrecker operator, I've done firefighting, okay, the last 10 years, it's like, I don't care what color light you have on it, you're absolutely oblivious to anybody on the road because there's too many toys for them to play with.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
And
I totally
don't know
agree.
how-
Yep.
I don't know how long some of y'all been driving. I mean, I've been driving almost 27 years. But if you remember back in the day, you'd come up behind a car, they'd get out of your way. If you needed to get by them. These cars nowadays, they don't give a damn. You can be a foot off their bumper and they'll just stay put.
Oh, and the trucks ain't no better.
Right. That's true.
I mean,
Well-
I hate coming across 40 between Texarkana and Memphis. I'm like, one of these days, I am going to have one of these freaking freight haulers drive right through the side of one of these AC units or one of these command buildings. Because they just, and
Wow.
it's like they come up and it's, let's see how close to the oversize we can get as we creep by him. Because he's doing 65, I'm going to pass him doing 66. It's like, get from the hell beside me and go on down the road, bud.
Not believe this shit. I just had a car cut me off from the left lane to get off the freeway, and damn near rear-end the truck that was getting off the freeway, and then she jumped back in front of me, all while you were just talking.
Oh, yeah.
I'll see if I can get it posted on my TikTok, but I literally just rear-ended a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! People are stupid, so stupid.
I tell my girlfriend all the time, I'm like, somebody wants to play around there, I'm just going to park this Peterbilt in their back seat, and they can pay to have it fixed. Because I got 4 cameras on this damn thing, so.
Right, I run 2 in mine. Matter of fact, if any of you guys go to TikTok or if you want to get on there, I posted a video. I was heading through Albuquerque, heading over there to Jay's shop. Had a girl come up behind me. I was in the left lane, and there's no lane restriction in Albuquerque. But she didn't like the fact that I was doing 70 miles an hour. She came around me and flipped me off and tried slowing me down. And I mean, Jay, you've seen the video. You've seen how close I got to her. And just because I was in the left lane, she just had a problem. Instead of just giving me the finger and going on her way, she sat there and pulled that crap, brake checking me for a good 10 miles. So,
I mean, guys, just all of us are professional drivers. Okay, I mean, I got probably 40. I think I'm working on year 45 of being around this crap. Okay, just keep in mind that a lot of this stuff that's going on, okay, is about insurance money. So, I mean, I know we all try to be as safe as possible and do our best, but in today's world, these people are not what we're used to dealing with. I mean, so, maybe use a little more common sense, a little more caution, because they're all about money, and it's insurance money, and they don't care if people die.
yes, that is very true. A lot of people like insurance claims.
Well, it's like, usually that's one of the first things I ask when I have to hire a new pilot, is I ask them if they run a dash cam. And if they're like, no, we don't run a dash cam, well, no. Mm-mm. Because it's just, I've had cars sideswipe the load before and them go, oh, he merged into my lane. Well, my dash cam shows I didn't move, and usually the back door's camera catches it, where the front door, my girlfriend usually runs my front door and my high pole. she's got a 4-camera system on her car, and that has gotten us out of a couple of instincts where somebody just bounced off the side of the load and then, oh no, he swerved into me. What the? And that's all it was. They seen the big truck, they seen the oversized, and they thought, oh, well, I can go after the trucking company and each one of his pilots and get one hell of a payday.
Exactly. And well, it doesn't help to see all these billboards from these attorneys advertising for a big truck accident.
Yep.
So I know with this new 48 foot that I just bought, I'm going to put a 6-camera system on the truck where it's all sides of the truck, it's the trailer, plus I'm going to have one inside the reefer so I can watch the guys load my freight, you know.
You've got to anymore. Because they'll knock the, what do they call that, the scrub rail off the side of the trailer and be like, oh, well, it was already hanging. What the hell?
Yep. Yeah, they'll punch holes through your walls and into your insulation. Take out your bulkhead and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Or go through the roof.
Yeah. Rip your curtain down, up your chute down up on top. Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. I sell a 2-camera system at the shop. It's pretty cool. Works good. You can hook it to your phone and all that stuff. But we just got a comment that said he's been a bull hauler for 40 years. Man, that's a long time.
God bless you, brother. You're old like me.
Absolutely. God bless.
That was the one thing I can honestly say that I had to tap out, and I was just like, nope, you guys can have this. It ain't for me. I tried doing cattle one time, and it drove, my nerves couldn't handle it. I was like, nope, I'll go back to doing my oversized.
You kidding me? The only thing I ever wanted to do with a bull hauler is I wanted to get a toothpick. That's the only thing I ever wanted to do.
You wanted to do what?
Get a toothpick.
Get a toothpick?
Oh, they soak the toothpicks in God, what's the name of that? Dr.
Ketamine? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, it was a horse tranquilizer that has a reverse effect on humans.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you chew on that toothpick, whew. Yeah.
Jay, it goes back to my old chicken hauler days of staying up for hours and hours and days and days.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of a legal version of the high-speed chicken feeds.
Yes.
Oh,
I remember going in and buying the White Crosses and everything else when I was running produce. Be up 24, 36 hours. You hit the dock on the East Coast, and it felt like your head just hit the pillow, and next thing you know, it was 4 hours later, and they were waking you up. You were empty. It was time to do it all over again.
Your head hits a pillow?
That
was bad shit, man.
That's got to be hard on your body.
Oh, it is.
It is.
Well, I'm having one of those nights myself tonight. I've got to run from Fillmore, Utah to Auburn, Washington by the morning by 9 a.m., 987 miles. So I got a long night ahead of me.
Better get after it, driver. You're behind already.
Damn.
Wow.
Lots of coffee.
Someone in the office is a retard and screwed up, so I got to pay the price now.
Yep. Hey guys, go ahead and continue. I'll be right back. I just got to grab something to drink.
Is it?
Grab me one while you're at it, Jay.
I was gonna say, if he's going to get drinks, he get drinks for everybody, right?
Oh, yeah. Grandpa says they run 90 plus. Oh, I know. I've helped my dad turn the wrenches on them bull racks before. If it didn't do triple digits, it wasn't hauling that cattle wagon.
I'm gonna say 90, only 90. Geez, that's low for a rack.
Oh, yeah.
Swing up here to Wisconsin. We got plenty of drinks to go around.
Well, that's your national pastime up there is drinking, ain't it?
Well, hell yeah.
I mean, you'd have to be drunk to go ice fishing.
Oh,
What the
exactly.
hell? That's about like, going playing golf in Florida. That's just an excuse to go get drunk. That's all that is.
I'm pretty sure everything up here is an excuse to get drunk.
It's not too far off in Illinois either. Trust me. So.
Oh, you want to go golfing today? Yeah, well, we should probably stop and get beer first.
Yeah. That's like the guy in the office there that does our paperwork, does our dispatching. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go shooting. I'm going to go and duck hunting this weekend. I'm like, yeah, and how many 30 racks you got? Oh, probably 3 or 4. I'm like, you're just going to get drunk and get away from the wife. That's it. Just shrug his shoulders and walk away like, meh. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
I'm like, Jesus.
Where are you out of? Wisconsin?
Yeah, I'm up here in north central Wisconsin, right around Wausau.
Right, I know right where Wausau is. I'll cheese out of there, out of the Great Lakes cheese plant.
Oh, yeah.
I heard Wisconsin is the #1 drunk state in the nation this year.
Yeah, I think we got about, I don't even know how many cities are on the top 10 list. I think it's 6 or 7 out of the 10 are in Wisconsin.
Right. Well, I do a lot of snowmobiling down here in Utah, and I know that you guys snowmobile up there, but everybody snowmobiles to a bar.
Yep.
Yeah, look what Grandpa Roger wrote. They ran 90 plus miles an hour. I-10, I-70, Missouri heading to Kansas.
Yep.
And he said, bull hauling's not for everyone.
No, it's not. Nope, I'll stick to pulling my RGN. No, thank you.
Hey, tell me, what does
I wish I
RGN
could
stand
do 90
for?
plus tonight.
RGN, removable gooseneck.
Oh, okay. Like the low boys, the big flatbeds.
Low boys, the equipment haulers.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think I had a bus
Well,
on when I was at the shop last time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had
think
an
so.
I had an electric bus on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I learned something tonight. So that's pretty cool. See, you don't learn unless you ask, right? So I learned
That's
something.
it. Yeah.
All right, Z71, you've been quiet up there, man. Join in here.
Yeah, I just got home from doing 3,200 pounds of cheese curds. 3,600 pounds.
Wow.
I had to let the dogs out, made dinner, and now I'm sitting here.
3,200 pounds
Nice.
of cheese curds. Holy
Yep.
crap.
Man, dude, I remember up there in Minnesota, but those were so popular and they were good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so the guy I work for, we get the raw curd from a company, and then we put the batter and freeze it, and then he sells them. So they're deep fried.
Ooh, I have not tried them deep fried yet.
You're missing
Oh
out.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to go to some little farm out there in Wisconsin, and the old lady, she made this smoked cheese. I don't remember what it was, but my God, was that stuff good.
Smoked cheese is the best.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We do that when we have time when we go home. And, man, it's kind of a pain because, what is it, 80, 85 degrees is all you can get the smoker up to. It's a cold smoke. And
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a cold smoke. It's like cold smoking fish like they do over in Michigan.
Yeah, otherwise the cheese will melt.
Yep. And especially if you're using a good quality cheese, it'll melt real quick on you. So,
Another thing up here is Wildcat, raw beef and onions.
raw beef and onions.
Also it's good.
Huh.
Throw it on either like cocktail rye or even make a sandwich out of it. Throw a little Lowry's on it and call it good.
Huh. I've never tried that one before. And I've had to try some weird shit with being involved with a German. Some of the shit she comes up with is like, well, what?
Just remember, you married her.
I know I have not either, by God. I've only done that one time in my life. And you know that old question, why are divorces so expensive? Because they're damn well worth it.
I always heard it's cheaper to keep them, so.
No, not in my instance. It wasn't. It was that $6,800 was well spent to get rid of that one. You know, but she thought she was going to get alimony for the rest of her life and this and that, but she was too stupid to fill out the damn financial paperwork for the lawyer. So she didn't get shit, and I didn't have to pay alimony or child support because I waited to have her served until my son had just turned 18. The day after his 18th birthday, I had her served with the divorce papers. So sometimes you have to play a little bit dumb. Play dumb and be smart about it. So
Yeah, sometimes.
yeah. Oh man, this is going to suck. We've got to leave here at 5 in the morning. I got to put Foxfires on and all that crap because we do have 24-hour movement to make it through Knoxville before curfew. That way we know we're in Virginia tomorrow. Yeah. They gave us 24-hour movement, but I'm not a big fan of running wide and high at night. If it was just wide, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but we're 15.3. So, yeah, I'd rather not.
Fine. 15.
Huh?
Fine.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you? Where are you now?
Tennessee.
Oh, where in Tennessee?
Cookeville.
You're only in Cookeville?
Yeah.
You got an easy day.
Oh, yeah. I didn't say it wasn't going to be easy. Hell, we'd have been sitting at Davy Crockett tonight, except for truck passed me and caught a piece of recap, and it come up just right and smacked the bottom radiator tube and popped the radiator hose and dumped 13 gallons of coolant in no time. So
That's not
had to stop. Yeah, at 840 and 65 on the bottom side going around. Yeah, so I handed her the company credit card. I said, hey, look, run up to Peterbilt in Antioch. I'll call them while you're on the way. Tell them they'll have the parts sitting there. Just go pick them up and bring them back. And, had her go get 2 radiator hoses, 4 clamps, and 16 gallons of coolant. But it's on sale for $8 a gallon at Peterbilt right now.
Wow.
So,
Peterbilt's got stuff on sale? Oh, my God.
and it was not, it was Xerox, pre-diluted. I was like, wow, this is actually the good stuff. Holy crap. Xerox. That's it's Valvoline. I had to think there for a second. But because I'd planned on being at Davy Crockett and being up
Yeah.
being up in Virginia, right when daylight lifted, but no. So
You got to go up through, up in Virginia, you got to go up through Harrisonburg, up Route 11.
no, we got to go up. They actually not a bad route. We've got 81 up to 64, 64 over to Richmond, and then up into Manassas. So actually a pretty good route. Actually a really good route for once. So I ain't gonna complain about that.
Over there in Cookville, you know, all the way on over there, you know, you get 15-3.
Yeah.
Have any problem.
No, no. We run this route all the time, and then I'll get it off probably Wednesday or Thursday and run back over to Westchester, Ohio, grab a building, and head back to Phoenix again. So, back and forth.
What are you pulling generators out?
Yeah, yeah.
Where you
Yeah,
picking
the
them up
generator.
at?
Snyder Electric up there in Westchester. Up there off of 75 and 275. You know, pick those up there, and those are 15.4 wide, or no, 13.9 wide, 15.4 tall, but we got to stretch out to every bit of 50 in the hole. So we'll be overall 128, I think it is. Yeah, 128 with the Stinger, because be maxed out at 160 on 8. So those are good ones.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, if Arizona and New Mexico would let us do like the rest of the continental United States and give us our 80,000 on 4 back there, we wouldn't have to run our spreader bar, and I could be 14 foot shorter. But no.
Oh, yeah, sure.
In Arizona, can't explain why, but because of your groupings and your axle width. So if you run a 9 wide trailer, you can get it, but running an 8.6 wide trailer, you can't. Makes no ever loving sense to me, but everybody's
no,
different.
I don't. That's what happens when you got people behind a desk in a suit and tie making decisions that have never been behind the wheel.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. Well, like you were talking earlier, you know, about the hands-on thing, I had to go through a class for this new trailer, this 55 ton. I had to sit and go through the class because of the Stinger and all that. Fontaine puts it on at the manufacturer. It didn't make a damn bit of sense of what they were telling me until I walked out to the trailer and I was able to put my hands on the valves and went, oh, okay. Now that makes sense. But
Sure.
no, read it and it's like, what? And then you get out there and they walk you through it one time and it's like, oh, okay. Duh. This isn't anything. Nothing. You guys make it sound like it's rocket science. No, it's not rocket science. You tape measure in your hand is all you need. And make sure you put the valves back in the correct spots. That's it.
Yeah. Yep.
Hi, guys.
Hey, he's back. What's going on, man? You doing okay?
Yeah, just, you know, coming across Pocono Mountain, or not Pocono Mountain, but what mountain? Woods and Signal.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, I think we're going to call this a wrap, and I want everyone to be safe out there. And 73s, and
Yep.
God bless to everybody. And Alan, you get some rest, man. Make sure you sleep good, and you're going to need it.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow will be an easy day. Once I get through Knoxville, it's cake work. I'm used to the
Yeah.
East Coast.
Yeah.
So, you know. So,
Well, I
yep,
want to
y'all
thank
have a good night.
everybody. Yeah, you too, man. I want to thank everybody for all the likes, all the shares, and all the subscribers. Yeah, that's going to be a cool little thing we're going to do. So I'm going to do the technical videos where I'm just going to post them so that only the subscribers can see them. So hopefully that'll help out a lot of people. And yeah, just thanks for everyone for joining the live. I have so much fun doing these. And Roy, I hope that helped you out a little bit tonight. I hope I helped you. But yeah, there's too many wives' tales out there. And from now on, Roy, man, if you ever got any questions, just call me.
Hey, I will do that. And I appreciate you having me in here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm usually on every morning and every night. So if you ever, please jump in here, man. Well, let's just have fun.
Once I get the time scheduled down, I will definitely do my best to join.
Yeah, so if you follow me and then if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get a notification every time I go live. And
Okay.
Z71 up there, he's always on here, which is really fun. We have a lot of fun. And well, it's cool, man, because it reminds me of 20 years ago when I lived up there up north. And it's funny, but just hearing his accent reminds me of that. And we have a lot of fun. So it's really, he's probably going, what the hell? What accent are you talking about? No, right?
Bag your bag.
But yeah, but it's fun. We have a lot of fun, and a lot of people do learn a lot, but we have fun doing it. So got to have fun at the same time, lighten the mood. And once again, like I said, you don't know until you ask. And yeah, ask me anything you want, guys, and I'll do my best to help you. So with that said, I hope everyone has a wonderful night. God bless everyone. 73, stay safe out there in the road, and we'll see you all in the morning or tomorrow night.
Yeah, sounds good. 73s. And one thing, what would be cool is shop life. I know it's your workplace and you're always busy, but that'd probably be pretty cool.
I've done a few lives there at the shop. If you scroll through my videos, you'll see them. But sometimes we're just too busy at the shop. Like for the last week and a half, there's no way I could have shipped. We barely made it to the post office, man, to ship off radios. So, yeah, we just don't have time. But if it's slow at the shop, yeah, I'll do a live at the shop. And it's pretty cool because I have two cameras. One faces me and one faces the bench.
There you go.
So it's kind of neat, man. So, all right, folks, y'all have a good night, 73s, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop. Happy trails.
All right, 73.
Night, 73s.